Huyu ni daktari wetu hapa kijijini, si mnamjua?
It's a kind of a test that detects malaria, a rapid test that detects malaria. In 2 minutes' time, we have the result specific for Falciparum. That is Plasmodium falciparum species. So it's a screening test, very rapid. That's what we are doing today.
Welcome, this is Mathare Community Resource Center, and it's a center within Mathare slums, as you can see behind me. We are so happy that today we have volunteers who've come and brought medical services. The medical services, this is just a drop in the ocean, and it shows that through the huge turnout of the people that the community needs more of these activities, because the situation back in the slums is very wanting. Let's say for example, not many people can afford the medical services, and the only time when you get people from the slums going to the hospital is when somebody is at the point of death. So medical services like the one that has been provided through the Community Resource Center actually helps us to understand what kind of disease has increased, what are the even remedies that people are using, as well as also, you know, really getting the medical institution to understand the need for, if let's call it maybe a free medical scheme that can capture the need that is so wanting around the slums. So apart from that, Mathare Community Resource Center serves as a rescue unit. When there is somebody who's very, very sick, we have a wheelchair and we have 2 stretchers. We normally get that person near to the nearest hospital, sometimes talk to the administration in that hospital with the hope that they will understand these are people who do not have money to pay for health services. And from time to time we've had institutions that have been very, very helpful. If I may point a hospital like Kenyatta National Hospital, the Mbagathi District Hospital, where we have very, very understanding doctors who from time to time have truly, you know, come to the rescue and complemented our efforts.
Focus was malaria, but in this community we find that there are quite a number of various diseases. So we have products here meant for other diseases, like we have the painkillers, we have the Septrin antibiotics, and then we also have dewormers, which is very common around here. And most people are suffering from upper respiratory tract infection.
The other things and services that are offered in the Community Resource Center are like we have a library over there where young people who never get a chance to go to school can come, get a chance to do something. If they didn't get a chance to go to high school, they still can follow their ambition through the provided books that a lot of, donors from here and there, especially, individual donors and clubs have been donating books. The other thing is we have a room where women can learn how to bake. They learn how to bake as a means for income generating activity. We decided to go and get this kind of facility after we realized that some of the means that our parents would undergo to earn a living were truly dangerous. One of them would be like a woman would be washing clothes and having a health problem. Let's say if she's asthmatic, it doesn't, the kind of money she makes, it does not, take the family very far, because in 2 days' time maybe she falls sick and the family goes back to the cycle where they started. So we're still trying to look for a solid support from partners in development out there who would feel like they want to come and chip in, work with us in the areas of working with the youth or working with the women, or all kind of things. The resource center ends up being a practical institution where the community can come, discuss their problems, find practical solutions, work towards that, and at the end of the day, be the drivers of the changes that they want. Talking about some of the challenges that are facing the community, like in slums. First is because the slums are not formal, they are informal, and it has taken a long time for the government to appreciate the existence of these slums. We've had a situation in the past where the community would be living, yet nobody wants to acknowledge that we have like 100,000 people in Mathare or 100,000 people living in another slum. And despite the fact that every one of them is a taxpayer, some of the services are not forthcoming, and we are still struggling to make sure that such services are provided. Talking about services like where the local government needs to come and clean up the area. Talking about health services, talking about, not special treatment, but what every Kenyan, every legal Kenya taxpayer pays, he needs services. But the fact that the slums, there's still that dragging point of appreciating what they are, their existence. The only time the slums are appreciated is when there is political rallies, because then every person counts as a citizen, and his vote, despite of a person who comes from Westlands or a person who comes from, Buruburu, which is a very rich neighborhood, their vote will carry the same weight the vote of people in this slum carries, or the people in any other slum carries. So it's a fight where we need all the partners in development to really also get the government to work and embrace its people in providing not only one service, but many services. Right now, so far, the only service we've seen is the free education service. Talking about medical, this we just, was set like for only 2 hours, and see the multitude of people and people who are still coming. I'm not sure whether we'll be able to cover everybody. I'm not sure whether we'll have even served each and every person. So the reason we have an institution like Community Resource Center is so that both national, international, and locally organizations and institutions can come work with us. We find a way on how best we can offer services to our people in Kenya.